They laughed at him before he even touched the engine. A small, dirty boy standing on a wooden box, reaching into the open hood of a luxury car that cost more than most houses on the block. The suits laughed. The street paused. And one powerful man smiled with pure disbelief. What no one knew was that this moment, this laughter, was about to change every single life standing there forever. Before we begin, take a second to subscribe to the channel, Kindness Diaries, like this video, and leave a comment about where you're watching from. Your support helps us keep sharing real stories that remind the world kindness still matters. It was a busy weekday morning in downtown Chicago. Taxis honked. People rushed by with coffee cups and headphones. In the middle of the street sat a black Rolls-Royce, stopped dead, its hood raised like a silent cry for help. The owner of the car, a self-made millionaire named Richard Hale, stood beside it in a tailored navy suit. His watch alone could pay someone's rent for a year. Around him were three business partners, all dressed the same way, all clearly annoyed. "This is ridiculous," one of them said. "We're late for the meeting." "I told you we should have taken the driver's car," another added. Richard tried to laugh it off, but frustration was written all over his face. He had places to be. Important deals. Important people waiting. That's when they noticed the boy. He couldn't have been older than 10. His clothes were worn and stained with grease. His hair was messy, his shoes 2 sizes too big. He stood a few feet away, watching quietly, eyes locked on the open engine. After a moment, the boy stepped forward. "I can fix it," he said softly, in broken but confident English. The men froze. Then Richard burst out laughing. "You," Richard said, pointing. "Kid, this car costs more than everything you own in your entire life." The other men laughed too. Loud. Careless. Cruel. The boy didn't move. He didn't argue. He just looked up and said again, calmer this time, "Puedo arreglar esto." "I can fix it." Richard wiped tears of laughter from his eyes. "All right," he said sarcastically. "Go ahead. Entertain us." Someone nearby shook their head. A woman across the street whispered, "That's not right." But the boy climbed onto a small wooden crate someone had left near a delivery truck. He leaned over the engine, studying it like it was a puzzle he'd seen before. And the laughter slowly faded. The boy's hands moved with care. He touched wires gently. He listened. He closed his eyes for a moment, like he was remembering something. Richard crossed his arms, still smirking. 5 minutes, he said. "Then we call a tow truck." The boy nodded. As the seconds passed, Richard noticed something strange. The boy wasn't guessing. He wasn't randomly pulling parts. He knew exactly where to look. "You do this often?" one of the partners asked, curiosity replacing sarcasm. The boy shrugged. "My dad was a mechanic," he said quietly. "Before he got sick." Something in his voice made the street feel quieter. "He taught me everything," the boy continued. "We used to fix cars together. Rich cars. Broken cars. Didn't matter." Richard shifted his weight. "What's your name, kid?" he asked. Mateo tightened a loose connection, wiped his hands on his shirt, and asked, "Can you try starting it?" Richard raised an eyebrow, amused. He climbed into the driver's seat and turned the key. The engine roared to life. Perfect. Smooth. Alive. The street went silent. Then someone gasped. Richard's smile vanished. He stepped out of the car slowly, staring at the engine, then at Mateo. That's impossible," he said. Mateo climbed down from the box. "It was just a loose sensor," he said simply. One of the men clapped without realizing it. Another shook his head in disbelief. Richard stood there, suddenly feeling very small. He reached into his wallet and pulled out several $100 bills. "Here," he said quickly. "Take this." Mateo didn't reach for the money. Richard frowned. "What's wrong?" Mateo looked up at him. "My mom is cleaning offices 3 blocks from here," he said. "She hasn't eaten today. We don't need money like this." The words hit harder than any insult ever could. Richard slowly put the money back. "What do you need?" he asked, his voice different now. Mateo hesitated. "A job," he said. "For my mom. Something steady. And maybe school for me." Richard swallowed. He looked around at the busy street, at the people watching, at the car that worked again because of a boy everyone laughed at. That day, Richard canceled his meeting. Instead, he walked Mateo and his mother to his office. He offered her a real job with benefits. He arranged a scholarship for Mateo at a technical school. But he didn't stop there. Weeks later, Richard started a foundation to help kids like Mateo, kids with talent but no opportunity. He visited the school himself. He listened. He learned. And every time he told the story, he always said the same thing. "I thought kindness was about giving money," Richard would say. "But that boy taught me it's about giving respect first." Mateo still loves fixing engines. But now, he also loves helping people who feel invisible, because he remembers exactly how that feels. And Richard? He never laughs at someone's struggle again. Because sometimes, the smallest hands carry the biggest miracles. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs a reminder that kindness can change everything. You never know who's standing in front of you, ready to do the impossible, if only you give them the chance.